Tonight you're in for a special treat. I brought you roses just to sweep you off your feet.
Hello and welcome to BSW, the talk show that is all about books, shoes, and writing. Today we have Lindsay Arrington, who is the owner-operator of LTE Editing. How you doing, Lindsay?
I'm doing just fine.
Good.
How are you today?
I'm good. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am 37 years old. I am an Air Force wife.
Well, I'm just going to put that out there like just boom, 37.
Hey, why not? Age is just a number.
Okay. Did you hear that, people? Age is just a number. Whoop.
I'm a mother of two beautiful children, a boy and a girl, and I'm also a teacher.
Oh, yeah. Teachers. Oof. You see
of seventh graders.
Oh, yeah. See what we have to do? Just because we're crazy. That's why we need something to keep us sane. So tell us about LTE Editing.
I started a couple of months ago with my company, but I've been doing it for about 6 months now. My husband recently was sent overseas on an assignment to Afghanistan, and I didn't sleep for a year.
Oh.
So I started reading.
For a whole year, like you just was awake.
Pretty much.
365 days, you just awake.
Just a couple hours a night. I average about 3 hours a night. That's about it for about a year. So I started reading or joined a book blog and reading books for reviews.
Okay.
And I would email the authors to tell them how much I appreciated their books and how good they were. And they would ask me if I want to beta their next book. And I started beta reading. And then I started doing minor editing for their beta reading.
Oh, okay.
And I enjoyed it a lot. I thought I was really good at it.
Okay.
And then I was like, you know what? I started mentioning it to friends. I mentioned it to you.
See? Me? Yay.
I did. I even read your book and talked to you about your book.
That'll be a whole nother show.
Yes.
Getting down and dirty with it.
Gotta say
Isn't it a catchy phrase? It's a catchy phrase.
It is a catchy phrase.
Yes, it is.
And I was convinced to start my own company of editing, and it has been going really good for the last couple of months.
Okay. So tell us, when you edit, right? Because a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to have my auntie or my grandma edit. You know, when you edit, what are you looking for when you do your edits?
It depends on what I'm doing. If I'm doing a major book edit, I look at continuity to make sure if you said it's a blue cup, it's going to stay a blue cup.
Okay.
If you're saying I'm picking up my kids from school, you are not putting them on the bus.
Yeah, I made that rookie mistake, and she pointed it out to me. Thank you.
I did. So I look at a lot of everything, and then I look at grammar, spelling, making sure you're using the correct spelling word in there, the correct homophone, because there's so many out there.
Okay.
And I'll go through the book roughly 4 times before I turn it back over.
So when you go through 4 times, are you editing each time, or are you just editing this, looking back at it to make sure you caught everything?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
So do you edit yourself?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Constantly.
Okay. So tell us what was your first project that you edited?
My first project that I got that was published so far is going to be Lex. It is a book by Stephanie Logston. That was my first one that was edited. She was the first one that gave me the opportunity to do a full edit for her and get paid for it.
Oh, okay. So do you look at word count before you decide whether you're going to edit it, or is it just anybody can contact you and say,
anybody can contact me. It doesn't matter what genre it is. I've read them all.
Okay, so when they contact you, do they have to tell you if it's already been edited, or like do you start like from scratch, or have they already had it edited before?
I've had some with the one that Lex. It was a second edit.
Okay.
And I did catch mistakes, which I mean, it depends on how many times you look it over. But it just depends. I mean, they usually tell me what they're looking for, and then I go from there.
Okay. So in the future, are you going to do continue with just your line edits, or are you going to get more into the story flow and all that?
I do a little bit of everything. With my full editing, I look at continuity, I look at story flow. If your characters aren't developed, I will let you know that, you have a paragraph in here or a whole chapter in here that you start to explain a character, but it goes nowhere.
Okay.
And I'll let you know that from the very beginning. I mean,
how long does it take see, our producer, we actually have a producer here, and she's off camera telling us what to do. So see, this show is going to be national before long, and thank you to Kim Breon We're going to shout her out right now.
Shout out, whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. Get it. So that's our producer back there. So tell us, so when you look at a manuscript, do you know how long it's going to take you to do your, to do the edits, or you guesstimate it?
I guesstimate it. I try to have things done within a week.
Okay.
Depending on the longer the book is.
Okay.
It'll obviously take me about a week. But there are days, like with Lex, it took me less than 4 days.
Okay.
And even though I read it 4 times.
Do you tell them ahead of time it's going to take me X amount of days, or do they expect that, okay, it'll be a while before I get it back?
They want it back within a couple of weeks, but normally they get it back within a couple of days.
Oh, see? Fast and good, people. Not like the drive-through. Now, you're not going to get it your way, because she's going to catch the mistakes like the bus and
this ain't Burger King.
This is not Burger King. LTE Editing is going to do you right. Okay, so tell us, where do you see yourself in a year?
Well,
our editor, let me just take this note. Let me just okay, so thank you. She just handed us a note that you'll learn quickly. Follow the producer's instructions. Okay.
In a year, I still see myself teaching. I really enjoy teaching, and it allows me to hone my craft on the editing part, because I do teach language arts.
Okay.
So I edit work every single day, and it just allows me to take what I know in the classroom and utilize it outside of the classroom.
Okay.
And vice versa.
Good. Okay, so I know that you went to an author event a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
And tell us where it was and what you learned from that experience.
It was a DC author event right here in DC at the Sheridan. There were pretty big key name authors there.
Okay. And
we were just talking. My friend and I were talking in the line, and one of the people that were standing next to us mentioned that they were writing a book, and my friend goes, "Hey, by the way, my friend edits books." And she dropped my name real quick, and we ended up talking the whole time we were there. We found a lot of little things that were kind of key signs, and it almost felt like kismet. And then they invited us to the Romance Writers Club in Baltimore, and it's all the writers that are there. I went there as an editor, and when they heard the word editor, all eyes looked at me.
So see people, so it is all, you always hear me say, it is about where you are. Just like my last blog, I said, I am everywhere you want to be. See, now Lindsay is everywhere you want to be. So tell us, do you have a website?
I do have a website. It is www.lteediting.com.
Okay, and do you have Facebook and Twitter and all that?
I do have Facebook. There is a Facebook profile page of LTE Editing. I also go by Lindsay Thibodeau on Facebook.
Okay.
And then my Twitter account is at LTE Editing.
Okay. So see, you heard it here first, people. If you want a great editor, you need to pay for it. Don't get auntie and grandma to edit your work, people. Pay LTE Editing. She will do a great job for you, and her turnaround time is quick, and she will still look at the book 4 times before she says that it is good to go. So tell us the book that you edited that's out right now.
There's quite a few that are out. I did Lex.
Okay. And who's that by?
Stephanie Logsdon.
Okay. Stephanie Logsdon, people. Look for Stephanie Logsdon.
I also do synopsis writing.
Okay.
So for those authors who don't like the synopsis, I did The Truth About Cadenberg by T.E. Reidner.
Okay.
That is the first one.
And she looked at Chris Stevenson's Girl They Sold to the Moon, tweaked that synopsis, so look for the synopsis when that book comes out July 1st.
And then, of course, I do a lot of beta reading. I just finished working on Nancy Henderson's Silent Guilt. I've read Kay Bannis. A.M. Madden. There's so many authors to name.
Well, you know what? So
Andrea Michelle, I love her books.
Good. See, so this is why she's going to be back on the show, so she can remember the rest of the names, and then she'll have more work out there that's going to be edited and have her name on it. So make sure you look for LTE Editing. Make sure you look her up, follow her on Twitter, and if you're confused about it, go to her website. Again, www.lteediting.com. Okay, so thank you so much, and we will have you back on the show.
Yes.
After she finishes her latest edits, and plus she's reading some beta. She's beta reading some books, so we need to hear all about this. So the next time we're going to talk about beta readers and why you need them. So I am BSW, B. Swangin Webster. This is Lindsay Arrington. Good night.
Night.